What an awesome film.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That was so cool.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
dude.
I appreciate that.
See, you got it done. It looks great. How do you feel, man?
I feel pretty good. I mean, kind of tired from the process, but like excited to finally share it with people and like get feedback. Yeah, super grateful for everybody that like helped out with it and has been encouraging me, supporting me.
Yeah, so by the time this comes out, you'll be able to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It'll be open to everybody.
Technically, it's already on YouTube. I just haven't
but
told anybody.
Everybody will know by this point.
Yeah.
Check it out. How long from start to finish was this? Till today or tomorrow?
Yeah, it started from really like 2 years ago. I wrote a short story when I moved to Lubbock, and my friend kind of just like lit a fire under me to like try to produce it. But I knew that I wanted to do something with some money behind it. So we raised a Kickstarter in January of 2021, got the money by May. And from there we've been getting ready to shoot it. We shot it this summer, 6 months ago.
That location, it was all shot there at that one spot?
No, it was a couple spots. I guess you were just there for the day we were at Spirit Ranch, right?
That's a cool place.
It's a cool place. Not cheap, but a very nice place for like any kind of events, weddings, stuff like that, or movies. But we shot there. We shot at a few spots, probably like 4 or 5 different spots.
Is this the first time you've done something like this?
Yes, and
to this extent.
To this extent, yes. Like my first time doing something with like a certain amount, like with a budget. Films that I've made before have been like from my own pocket or from like asking my parents for help, stuff like that. But this was the first time that I raised money, got a budget together, and just went through the process that way. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so interested in how all that, like, the effects and all that. People like helping you out because you had gunshots and blood and fucking.
No,
like,
shout out to my guy Carlos DeMello is a guy in Florida that I became good friends with over the past few months. He's a wizard with the editing. So he kind of took the lead on editing it, and I would just kind of like tell him like, hey, this is what I want it to look like. He would make it happen. So yeah, that's Carlos DeMello. Good guy.
Who helped you out with the like doing the makeup? Because I keep thinking about that.
Oh yeah,
dead guy. The ghost.
The ghost. No, my sister did.
Okay.
Miriam.
Yeah.
You got to meet her.
Yeah,
probably.
I met her.
Yeah, she did all the makeup for everybody, for Miles with the blood and the ghost, the blue guy. She did a pretty good job. Yeah.
The leg scene was pretty cool, getting his goddamn leg cut.
Yeah. She did that too. She made like a little pouch of blood, covered it with some, I don't know what it's called, some kind of putty or something to make it look like skin. It's pretty gross looking.
Dude, that's freaking cool, man. I'm happy you're talking about it and you showed us, dude. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to get that perspective of somebody who's seen it as opposed to like, not knowing.
Are you nervous about tomorrow?
Not really.
No.
I mean, if anything, I'm nervous about like the technology aspect of it just because I don't have a DVD. So I'm going to go tomorrow at 3 and like plug in my laptop, make sure everything goes good with the projector, make sure the audio is good. But as far as showing people, I'm pretty excited.
Okay, that's going to be cool.
Yeah. Especially with everybody there. Like Miles will be there. Leo will be there. I think we'll be there Sunday. Just excited to see everybody again. To show it to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Just while it's on my mind, can you click on that Left 4 Dead poster?
The Wi-Fi is acting up. I tried doing that already.
You should make shirts out of that whenever it fucking loads. That'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, Riley made that.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Riley.
Yeah, Riley's a wizard.
Dude. So what was like, what was the most difficult thing about this process for you?
I think just kind of learning patience through some of it. Like, for example, editing is a process that takes a long time and it's really tedious. So like if I'm sitting with Carlos, and which is kind of ironic, right, that we're both Carlos, but like we're sitting there, we're editing for 2-3 hours and it seems like not much is getting done. And then it's like, okay, well, I know when the next time I'll be able to have him over again is. And like,
so this is 13 minutes. And
the film was 13 minutes.
And it took a long time to edit?
It took a long time to edit. I mean, I've been editing it since this summer, so...
Now, were you learning things on the fly while you're editing it? Like, do you have a background in this stuff?
I do, and I've edited a lot of stuff before, but there was a lot of stuff Carlos was doing I didn't know how to do. So in a way, I could have probably been a better student of the game, asked more questions, but I was just watching. I'm just like, just do your thing. Just ask me questions. Like if you don't know what I want. If it would have just been me, I would have been in a pickle for sure.
What program are you using?
Adobe Premiere.
There you go, people. Jesus.
Yeah, man.
It's possible.
Yeah, dude. Just it's a subscription, monthly subscription, and it comes with all the apps: Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere. If you're creative, you're not with Adobe, get with it.
That's what I'm saying. I use it too. So I was like, I know like big films use it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man,
it's a good program. You
have
use Adobe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in college. That's what they teach you. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have no excuse, people. Look at this.
Back in the day, it was Final Cut Pro, but that kind of.
I still fuck with Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, the 10. Mm-hmm. I never even really got into it. I like the one before it, but the 10 was really different to me, so I just didn't really get into it. But hey, if you say so.
Yeah.
Up until the final point where you get the goddamn thing complete, are you still editing it? Are you like?
Yeah, I was literally I was editing
you had to force yourself
mix.
to put it out there, you know?
Yeah, I was editing the sound mix for this like 3 days ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because I was watching it in my parents' living room, and then I realized all the dialogue was a little soft. Like the sounds were good, the music was good, and then like the audio was like too quiet. So I had to go through and like up the volume on every sentence everybody's saying. So I was doing that just this week. Yeah.
Maybe this is a little bit of a technical question. Are people like recording their voice, like a voiceover? Is that what it's called? Are they doing that? Because it was really windy. Points, right? Like,
I kind of don't even want to say because I just want people to watch it and be like, oh, this is all happening in the moment.
We can clip this part out then.
Okay. It's not that big a deal, but yeah, it's a combination of like getting footage or audio on set. There was a scene which is all outdoors where actually there's a couple scenes where all the audio you hear people talking is actually from a Zoom chat that we did later on. So
you did it over Zoom?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. So like if like Will and Dan are talking to each other, I did a Zoom chat with Dan. I'm like, just read your lines to me. Did a Zoom chat with Will, read your lines to me, cut them together, put it on the footage and like lined it up.
Yeah, because you're doing it all from Florida, right? The whole time.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So like it's called a score, right? Like the sound.
That would be like subbing, or no, dubbing, right?
Yeah,
dubbing the dialogue.
with the voiceover.
Well, no, I know, but I'm at like the
music.
The music.
The music is the score. Yeah.
Who did that?
Rodney. I feel really bad at. His name is on the credits. Rodney. I want to say Demore.
Hey, dude, I gotta admit, Riley was asking about you on the last podcast we did, and I didn't know who he was talking about.
Me?
I don't know your name. I didn't know your legal name.
Carlos.
I didn't know your
I should have just kept it a mystery. Just like that.
Yeah, I didn't know your government name. He was talking about this. I was like, who are you talking about? But,
my government name. He told me that y'all watched the trailer.
Yeah, we did. That's why he was like, he brought it up.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Talking about Riley. We're talking about locusts. We're talking about magazines and stuff. Rodney, dude. So Riley actually hooked me up with Rodney, and I've never met Rodney, but he's been really good to collaborate with. Just messaging him like what kind of music I want.
Allie did production design?
Yeah. Allie just helped out in general a lot. She was just on set, just like, hey, you can move that here, you can hang this up, and moral support as well.
Hey, that's cool. So were you like a part of that process too, the score? I liked it. It sounded good.
I liked it too. I just not really, not in a musical way, just kind of being like, these are some references that I'm looking for. This is the kind of feel I'm going for. But as far as like being like, I want this in the key of G or like stuff like that, not me.
That's the experts, right?
Yeah. And I try to dabble in music here and there, but it's always a sad story. So
hey man, you fucking did your thing, dude.
You play a little guitar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I like to pick up guitar, and I'm probably not as good as you, but I like drums
I'm not
though.
that good.
No? Okay.
Not yet. Anyways. Shout out to Jill.
Jill was there, yeah, helping out.
That was the first day I think I met her.
Really?
That was when I went out there. Yeah.
Love her.
She's cool, man. Jared and Carrie let us film at their house.
Where was that at? Was that when like you did the indoor stuff?
Yeah, so pretty much any scene that's indoors except for the saloon scene. Yeah. was at their house.
Fort Worth.
I'm gonna look up Rodney's name because I want to get that right.
Rodney Moore.
Rodney Moore.
Yeah, it was on
It was on there. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought that's Rodney D. Moore. I'm gonna meet him tomorrow, first time. Be like,
Oh shit, you didn't even met him?
No, I never
Yeah.
met him.
Oh, dude.
Riley just sent me his Instagram handle. I messaged him, and we just would message back and forth. And he would send me ideas like audio, like music clips. I tried out, and it would work. It was really cool.
Can you turn on the screen recorded? It went off.
Oh, shit.
Technical difficulties. Sure, you went through that a little.
Every day.
So, what was like the inspiration behind this?
Why a Western?
That's what I should ask.
Few answers to that. A lot of it was just coming out to Lubbock, seeing the views, because I'm from Houston, so I'm used to like seeing buildings everywhere, and so then just being able to see like across, fields. Being in Texas, it has a more Western feel than Houston. I love Western movies in general, and then it's also something like my dad's really into his Westerns. So I think part of me was like, let me make something that we could both like enjoy. And he'll catch some references from different Westerns and stuff.
Was there any inspiration from the game? Some game? What's that game called?
Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, man. When I was
that feel?
during lockdown, I was on my Red Dead 2 for sure. Yeah.
And like during the whole, like leading up to doing this, were you watching it and were you watching Westerns and kind of taking notes on it and like thinking,
Yeah,
kind of the feel I want?
Yeah. It was like I would watch my favorite Western movies and be like, what moments of these movies can I recreate on a budget? So there's a few like key Western things. Like the main Western thing that I would have liked to do is get like a shot of like a town, like where you have that main road where they always have a duel on there. But I was able to get a scene in a saloon, had the guns, hats, got some horses, which I'm really proud of.
Dude, yeah, you're working with animals and a child.
And a
Those are
child.
the two things you don't work with. Isn't that the saying? Or whatever?
Yeah, and working at night, dealing with weather. But yeah, man.
Dude, this is
I'm glad y'all like it.
Yeah.
I hope y'all aren't just
cool,
like just saying that.
Well, I was there for a few hours, and that didn't even. I couldn't have imagined everything that went into it. But from the time I was there, I was like, I thought it was simpler than that. This is a whole fucking thing, man.
Yeah,
like,
you were there on the most hectic day.
Yes,
for sure.
With the horse and
we were dealing with horses. We were dealing with trying to hang a dude. I mean,
you were pretty stressed that day, weren't you?
I hesitate to say that I was stressed, but I was.
Yeah, man, that's
working hard to stay on point.
Taking your job very seriously.
Yeah,
it's a serious thing.
Well, I mean,
I remember
exactly.
after, like, whenever you got back from that, I remember you telling me, like, oh no, it was like really serious out there. We couldn't have our phones on. And, like, it
Who
was
told you not to have your phones on?
You might have.
Me? No.
I don't remember.
I saw that you said you couldn't be on your phone.
We were working pretty seriously. I mean, was it my sister who told you?
Probably.
She'd probably be like, she's more.
Oh, she took my phone.
No, she took it.
She took my phone.
No way.
Yeah, she was like, "Here, let me have. If you need it, it's here, but I'm gonna take it."
Shout out to Miriam. She really helped me out. Aside from the makeup, she really helped with like coordinating people on set and being the person to take somebody's phone away, which I'm sorry, but I guess you felt that was necessary.
It's all part of the experience, man. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Glad you had fun.
The scene with Miles doing the knife. Is that a real knife?
It is a real knife.
Jesus Christ. I've played that game before. I've fucked myself up a few times doing that shit.
You know how I did it though?
You sped it up.
I sped it up. Yeah, I sped it up. He was doing it
man,
like
you're telling us the secrets. I know.
know.
What the hell? No,
I mean, I caught on to it. But
Yeah.
of course you did. Good. Jesus.
He's the video maker, so I'm like, he probably picked up on that, but he still managed to cut himself. So
I don't want to get into all that, but that's the interesting part that I don't know. And I'm like,
well, you can cut it out if you
but I don't want to get like too deep into it. But I'm like, there's certain
like those
things.
questions.
There's certain things you do to like with the horse and all. Like that's like the game, right? There's angles and I guess the speed of the fucking camera or shit like that.
Yeah.
And is this stuff you like learned on through? Did you go to school for this?
Yeah. I went to
okay.
film school at UT, so I did. Yeah, I learned a couple tricks here and there. I mean, a lot of it was just experimentation. I had done a film before where somebody was playing 5-finger roulette, but that was a project where they had us tell a story through photographs. So I remember doing that and thinking, if I were to do this as a video, I'd probably just speed it up. So did that, but a lot of it was just experimenting.
All these people seem cool. Was it pretty smooth with working with everybody?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
no troubles. Really?
I knew a handful of them from living in Lubbock, so I already knew they were good people. I wanted to work with them, but we got lucky.
Well, good people doesn't mean that they're good on set. Were they being good on set?
Yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky. Yeah.
And then having your sister.
That was a big stroke of luck for me because she wasn't originally supposed to be the producer in that role. So when she ended up jumping on board for that, it was just like the biggest blessing ever. Because she's a teacher. She teaches special ed kids.
She don't live here either, does she?
No, she lives in Georgia. She's driving here, dude, to be here tomorrow.
God damn, that's a good sister right there.
I know, she's the best. I asked her to buy tickets before, but I guess she just decided to drive. I don't know.
I'm sure it's pretty over there. I don't know.
Georgia?
Just that whole side of the country. I've never been over there.
Georgia's nice. They get seasons more than here.
Now, was the YouTube route always in your head, like putting it on YouTube?
Yeah, I guess there was a few options going around. Like at one point, somebody was telling me you need to put it online for people to like pay to watch it.
I was thinking,
why
not?
Well, I don't know. I want people to watch it, and then I want like the people that worked on it not to have to pay to watch it. Like in the grand scheme of things, the way I see this going is like if I can get it into some film festivals, get some attention that way. Or just by having the film done, somebody could see it and be interested in helping me make something else. I think that's kind of where the trajectory of like how this could be a success goes.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's your plan now after this?
Now I'm going to take a break, bro. It's been 2 years of putting this together, so I want to take a break for a while. But I'm already writing a feature-length version of this. So like I know that if I get lucky and somebody says, hey, like, I'm going to help you make something else, that I want to try to make something that's instead of 15 minutes, like 90 minutes. Tell a whole story. But that's going to take more money, more organization, and more time.
Is this like the sort of the route directors, filmmakers? Is this the route people take? Is like doing something like this so you can get an audience to do another one? You just get bigger and bigger.
From what I've heard, I mean, there's a few like really successful stories you hear about, like the film Whiplash started off as a short film and then they got funding to make a feature. For me personally, it's just like a matter of what resources I have. So like at this stage, I can only really do short films, but I have ideas for like bigger stuff. Honestly, I don't know. What would you say to that one? Because you're filmmaker.
What, to lead on to other projects? I mean, I've always said I don't really consider myself a filmmaker. I would say I'm more of a visual storyteller, more of a writer, because what I've been making, I've been writing it for 2 years. And next month, we're going to shoot the first act. So what it is, it's 7 films. 7 short films put into one.
Wow.
So it's going to be quite a bit. So we're going to start with the first one. But I don't know. I think for me, it's just like I'm going to make it, send out to festivals. And, you know, if it gets attention, it gets attention. Yeah. I don't really necessarily see myself as a future like filmmaker, as like a Scorsese or anything like that. Yeah. But, you know, I just want to be a part of it. Okay. That's the main thing. But who knows if I have a chance to direct, you know, I'll go ahead and do it. So, but there's so many interests that I'm into. Mm-hmm. So even if filmmaking doesn't work out, there's other stuff that I'm into, like radio and all that.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would.
High-dimensional king.
Yeah. I would love to direct films and keep going with that, but like at the same time I do have like a day job. I'm like working in insurance and doing that. So it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm just praying things work out, and however it goes, but if opportunity arises, I'm definitely ready.
But ultimately, do you want to be a Scorsese type person?
For sure, who wouldn't?
Yeah, so, I mean,
Yeah.
You got yeah. Man.
Yeah, definitely.
I hope that happens because that would be so cool. Be like,
I'ma call you up, be
Remember
like-
whenever?
Oh, I recently looked into Sam Raimi's history of directing. I watched this little mini documentary talking about the making of the first Evil Dead. Because the average director that makes their first feature, it's about 28, 29. That's usually, the average. Sam Raimi made his first feature at 20 years old. And
Dang.
for what he did and was able to do with Evil Dead, it's kind of crazy how he went from making short Super 8 films. And when he was going to Michigan State, they pretty much would make these films for like $600 and then have all these screenings. And each film that they would make like 6,000 out of that, just from all these students going to go check him out.
So cool.
And that's what led him to make Evil Dead. And now he's,
Jesus.
and of course he did.
What is that?
My
Car.
car.
Oh, okay.
And of course he ended up doing Spider-Man and,
Yeah.
Doctor Strange. So you never know
Which wasn't
what,
the best movie.
I like
you never
You
know.
liked it? Okay.
You never know what could lead you, to the next step.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's just a matter of patience and
Hell, Scorsese, his first film, it's called "Who's Knocking at My Door."
I've heard about that.
He remade that film 3 times.
oh no.
Yeah,
Wow. That's
but I
intense.
guess that's what it takes to make Goodfellas, The Departed, all that.
Sheesh.
Are you kind of leaving this one behind? Or would you do something like that? Like continue on from it?
Like with this story?
I guess you kind of answered that already.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing where it could go. Like I have ideas for a feature. I have ideas for what could be like 3 movies, like a 3-part series. So I'm just at this stage, I'm focusing on like the story writing, the screenplay writing, which is like in a way it's the easy part because you don't have to have money to write. You can just have your keyboard and write. But as far as how to make those scripts into productions, I have no idea right now. Yeah, I've still just been like focusing on getting this one done and premiering it and seeing how people like it.
No, I just from like a consumer, like to me, it seems like you develop your own style, right? Would you say you have one, or are you starting to have a feel for it? Like,
I mean, I
which
definitely have
direction
like,
you want to take, or is it just going to take more to do it to understand like this is my style?
I think it's like a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Because I'm still really early in the game as far as like what I'm putting out, but I have like certain tastes. Like I know what I like, what I don't like.
So who influenced you? Who are some of your influences?
I like Tarantino. I like Scorsese. I like those kind of films.
What's
Sergio
your
Leone.
favorite Tarantino film?
It changes. That's a good question.
Glorious Bastards.
Jackie
Yeah.
Brown.
Jackie Brown. Okay. Do you have one?
Death Proof.
Death Proof. Wow. I was gonna say he's like a contrarian for liking
not
Jackie
a-
Brown, but
He's not a. What's the one with the vampires? He's kind of a part of it. Right?
oh, From Dusk Till Dawn.
I love that movie.
That's a good one.
That's what I'm.
He's in it. I don't think he directed it. He might have produced it.
Oh yeah.
For me though,
Harvey
it's
Weinstein.
probably I don't know, it's hard. I like Pulp Fiction a lot. I watched Django the other day. That's one of my top movies.
Was that an influence
For sure.
in this?
Yeah. As far as like making a modern Western, I really like that movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's
I
really good.
love that movie. I
Yeah.
fucking love that.
I think might be one of his best.
He recently said that he believes Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his best film
Really?
he's ever made.
Did you ever listen to that podcast he did with Tom Segura, Two Bears?
Yes,
He's got
I
one.
have,
He's
yeah.
got one more to go.
Yeah.
But he's also
yeah.
doing a TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the show about?
He just said, I can't say. He was like, that's what he
I
said.
don't think it just barely came
He
out.
was
I
like-
don't think he said.
He told Tom, I can't tell you, but I know I'm doing it. That's what he said.
I mean, I'll watch it.
Would you do a TV show?
I would just have to be really interested in it. I guess I just say that because like I've always been into films as like a one-off, one story, one film. But with Left 4 Dead, I was writing backstories for like all the characters. There's so much like storytelling stuff that's not in the film, but that I've been like writing.
Would you write a book?
Try me open it.
I don't know.
I mean, I would, but I don't know if I have the like discipline to do that. Writing is, you know, that's hard.
Yeah, and I know you're young and in the game, and you gotta get what comes. But do you think going to the theater experience is like the ultimate thing? Like streaming is nice.
Yeah,
I like it, but going to the theater is
when it comes to movies, yes,
the whole theater experience is fucking way better than streaming. But I get the convenience of streaming.
I mean, I'm guilty of it. I've streamed a lot of movies this year instead of going to the theaters, but I love going to the theaters, and I hope it stays around. I hope if I were to make movies, that people would go to see it. Just like this weekend. I want people to go check it out instead of streaming it.
Dude, I'm going to have to put this out tomorrow. Try
do
it anyway, so people will fucking go.
Nah, it's all good.
It's at the Luca?
Tomorrow is at Nashville Cafe, and then Sunday is at Luca, 7:00 both nights.
What is it? The cafe, what's it called?
Nashville.
Nashville Cafe. It's downtown Lubbock. Couldn't really tell you.
Is it Avenue J?
Something like that.
Was that another process of getting somebody to fucking do it like that? Like, or were they pretty cool about?
So John Blackwell is the owner of Nashville Cafe. He was like the main investor in the film when we did the fundraiser.
Oh, okay.
And so like his whole stipulation was, I'm gonna give you the rest of the money you need. All you got to do is premiere it at my venue. And I was like, bet. That's a win-win.
That's a hell of a deal.
So doing that, and then Luca was just a matter of calling up and paying a little money to book the room for an hour. It's pretty easy.
So did you spend any money out of your pocket during this?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, with traveling, and then a little money on one of the locations was charging me like by the hour. And so we went over a few hours, so I just paid it out of pocket.
It's not bad.
Yeah, no big deal.
No. You know, would you remain independent? Like, you know what I mean? Or would you want to work, like, I don't know. I'm on this big push of independence and doing your own thing, but I get it, you know, money.
Yeah.
But would you do something for like a major?
I have like a couple things I would call like a couple personal goals, right? So like I would love to, if by the time I'm 70, have a film play at like AMC. Okay. AMC. That's a goal of mine. So if I can do that independently, sure. But if I am in a situation where I have to pick, and it's like, now on the other hand, I don't just want to direct like any old movie that somebody else wrote. My style is more to write and direct. Like I like telling my own stories. So
what would you consider, like an indie film? Is that the word I'm looking for? But you would.
I'm definitely an indie filmmaker at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
I probably will be for a long time. I don't know. What would you consider like a?
I was just listening to a Joe Rogan episode today, and he did Echo, he did Hurt Locker, Zero Dark 30, and he was just talking about doing it himself, really. Well, with investors, but staying away from the big corporations, because then they start to tell you what to do or what not to. You know,
that makes sense.
Like saying like you can't, or they don't,
time,
or
like,
if you do something they don't like, they're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
I was telling Riley earlier, like one of my goal or like dream films would be to make Batman Beyond, which I don't know if y'all know what Batman Beyond is, but
I thought they were doing that.
They were, but it got canceled.
Yeah.
Like a live action?
So yeah, you can't be an indie filmmaker making Batman Beyond, right?
Nah.
So
The Batman was pretty good.
I love that movie. Yeah. You said
but hell,
have you seen it? Okay, cool.
Was that
But hell, most of the superhero directors now, that's where they got their start. I mean, some of them make the best. Like Ryan Coogler, he did Fruitvale Station. It's a great independent film. So
I just some people want to go that route, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm just like nowhere near that stage yet of having to like pick. I'm just like I'm still in the mud.
Is the option to like go with the streamer? Is that
Going with the what?
like a streamer to like pick up your movie? Is that? Do you know that process? I don't. I was wondering if.
Like Amazon.
Yeah, Netflix. Whatever.
I have
Pluto,
a buddy
Tubi,
who's
whatever the hell.
Yeah, there's a few people. Honestly, I have no idea.
Oh.
That's something I'll have to look
Yeah.
into, like when I get back home. Because I'm telling you, like I just finished maybe like 3 days ago, so I haven't really looked into that yet. I'm going to. I think I would like to have it on Amazon. I'd probably have to charge something like 99 cents for people to watch it, something like that. But,
Yeah, I didn't know if the process was as simple as like hitting them up and be like, "Hey, do you want to pick up my movie?" I don't know. Like I was just wondering.
never tried it.
Yeah.
Never tried it.
Well, when you do it again and you come back on, you can tell us.
Yes,
the
I
next
will.
time.
I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah, dude. Did you when you finished this? Did you shed a tear? Did you get emotional?
No,
I would have.
No,
Fucking crying
no. Maybe it hasn't hit me yet or something. I'm
tomorrow
just
night.
nah.
Can you do it, please?
I mean, but throughout the process, this is awesome.
Don't. I'm not gonna show that part.
Okay.
They said,
I'm just kidding.
Throughout the process, there's been moments where I'm just like, the main thing that gets to me is like the fact that people help me out. Like the week that I was filming here, everybody helping out, like all the support I got. That's the stuff that would get kind of like make me like think. I won't say I cried or anything, but I was like, damn, like people fuck with me. Like that's cool.
Yeah, it is a good
That would
feeling.
have made me cry.
It is a good feeling because it kind of feels like you're the head coach of a football team where you're pretty much, all right, y'all huddle up, and then you have your like meeting.
It feels like
And
you're the coach
everyone's-
of a football team and you're the water boy at the same time.
Yeah, true. but it's kind of just cool because like everyone's actually listening to you and what your vision is, and on top of that, just people like one big thing that helped me out the most is having your editor, there because
Yeah.
he helps. Because I consider an editor like the co-filmmaker, like the
Really?
co-director, just because he could be like, oh well, since we shot this, we need this other shot, so it'll
Yeah.
make sense because they think differently than what
Yeah, 100%. I wish I would have had my editor then. I actually met him like a few days before I came to do the film because up until then I was thinking I would edit it by myself.
Yeah.
So I thought I was the editor, but I'm really glad I wasn't.
Well, because the last short film that I had did, I wrote everything on the script, and once we did all the video, gave it to him, gave him the script, and I just like here, like just do what you can. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna let you just edit it, and I won't be hovering over your shoulder. Let's just see what you can do.
That's pretty cool.
And he added a few things too that improved the film that I didn't even think of.
That's cool.
Are you like a micromanager, or did you kind of like let people be free and kind of what they did?
No, I'm not a micromanager. I don't have the strength of personality to be a micromanager. I try to set it up to where people feel comfortable to be themselves and like be a little
So there was a lot of trust.
experiment. There was trust, yeah.
A lot.
I mean, that's established. Like I said, a few of them was people I knew before, I had worked with before. And then other times it was like people I would meet over Zoom, and just from talking to them and getting a feel for them, like I can tell whether they're a good person or not, or how responsible they are.
Yeah, man, I respect it because this is my baby, and I have a super hard time letting people do anything. So I was like, that's fucking extra difficult. Like, you're a fucking huge project, and then you're like, you had your sound guy, you had this and that. You're just
But that's what it takes, because you can't do it all by yourself. I'm sure you've tried. I've tried too.
yeah, you can't. No,
That's the secret.
And I feel like even though you have
yeah.
a budget, at the end of the day, these are like passion projects, so it is
yeah,
about
exactly.
finding community and like finding people who are good at this and good at that, and just being like, that's what I'm doing. Do you want to help me? Do you want to join in? And just them being like, okay, because it's like, I don't know if anyone's getting like paid for this, you know what I mean? So it really is just them working on it and getting better at their craft and working together and making something to prove for the future. You know, like it's essentially just a project.
Yeah. The best thing I think I did was kept it to like, it was a 5-day shoot, more like a 4.5-day shoot. So although I was having to put people in uncomfortable situations, with the weather, with like the house we were shooting at, the air conditioning wasn't working. Mm-hmm. People are dressed up like, you know, to the nines and 100-degree weather. But that's the way it was, like, yes, it is what it was. And I was like, at least it's just for these days, these 4 days. I'm not asking for, if you can just work with me within these days, we'll make something cool. So that's why when I think about a feature film, I'm just like, what are you going to do? Are you going to do on the weekends?
It really just depends. Cause like I said, I'm taking it one short at a time.
Right.
So, you know, I'm not really like, I'm thinking of it as a whole, but it just kind of depends. Cause, the ones that I guess are going to be the so-called easier shoots, I'm going to do those first and then wait till, but weekends and whenever I could get, it just all depends.
I'm going to start praying for you now, man.
I mean, it all depends.
Such a big undertaking.
Because it all depends on the ones that are involved, because there's probably going to be different people each short too.
Right.
So it just all depends.
Are you going to like film a short, edit a short, premiere it, and then...
Not premiere it. I'm kind of just going to just wait until it's completed.
Because you said it's an anthology.
Mm-hmm.
So the stories don't necessarily flow together.
No.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because my inspiration for this was 2 films, actually. One called Short Stories, which was filmed in Texas in the Dallas suburbs. And the other one, the main inspiration is called Slacker.
I love Slacker.
Yeah. Richard Linklater's.
Stories, though.
Yeah. So.
That's crazy.
Did you do any like research into the like to keep it historically accurate? And I understand you had a budget.
Yeah.
But you did like the fucking telegram, and was there Morse code? That's what that was, right?
Yeah. I did a little bit of research. Like I had like a set year that I had in mind that the film would take place in. So like a little bit after the Civil War, but not to where like there was too much technological advancement. Did a little bit of work, research into like the actual Civil War and like the Reconstruction period. But the film doesn't get too much into that. It's just like a basic like action adventure kind of story, which is what I wanted to shoot for. But I did want to have it grounded in a little bit of historical accuracy so that it doesn't throw people off.
Well, I really like that part where he was like, "What is that?" You know, I imagine being in that time, you were like, "What the fuck is a phone?"
I'm telling you, I've been 50-50 on cutting that line for the.
No, I liked it.
I'm glad you liked it.
And the telegram. Cool. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, dude, you kind of nailed it right there, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is so exciting. I'm so glad I showed it to y'all.
Shout out to Dimitri, my boy.
Yeah.
For the song and all that too.
Demetrius, man. Yep.
Oh, Demetrius, sorry. My bad, cuz.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I wondered, like, yeah, that whole fucking point in American history is pretty fascinating to me, anyways. I like it. Yeah, it's just, I was like, damn. It really, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that probably what it was like. These motherfuckers had no idea what any of that shit was.
Yeah,
know?
Pretty much. Yeah. It's crazy. I spent $200 on a telephone, and then I cut it out of the film. Like you see him like talking on it, but all you see is like the handle and the wire. You don't see when he like hangs it up. But I got this really cool like antique phone with like the handle and like the rotary and everything. Don't even see it in the film.
And you spent $200.
Yeah. Yeah. It helped the actor though. I mean, it helped him feel like he was doing his thing. You know what? I actually used it as the telegram machine. Like I opened it up and then I put these reels on it. Anyway, y'all don't want to hear about that.
I do, but maybe not the rest of the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. I was like, that's pretty cool shit.
Audience.
Yeah, the fucking losers that are listening. No, just kidding.
Who cares about
Not
that?
your fans, my fans.
Oh, okay.
My fans.
I don't think y'all are losers.
Love
You
y'all.
fucking lamos. Subscribe, please. I'm just kidding. You guys aren't losers. Jesus. Oh, fuck. I forgot what I was going to ask you. Damn it. That's what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. How did you do the gunshots? Is that pretty simple? That's what I was gonna.
Yes and no. It's just a matter of like, first you got to get some good props, which I got lucky. Some of the actors that I cast had props to bring, so I didn't have to spend money on that because they just brought their stuff. So you hold the gun out, and when you shoot, you got to have the recoil, right? Aside from that, it's just sound effects and then muzzle flash. There's like a flash that goes off when you shoot a gun, and you just link that to the thing, match it all together, movie magic. You know, that's all it is.
Learning how the sausage is being made. I love it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dude. Man. Let me take a drink of my beer.
Okay. But yeah, man, you were there on the hectic day when we had Miles on the horse being hung up. I wasn't stressed, but I was very aware that I was putting my friend in danger.
Yeah, the horse was moving around a little bit.
He was moving around. He was on a harness, but he was telling me it was like a very uncomfortable harness. So like as soon as I said action, I'm like, hurry up and get it so we can get him back comfortable. But he was a trooper. He just stuck it out, and I think he'll like how it came out. Hasn't seen it yet.
We're the first ones to see it?
Honestly, yeah. Like aside from my parents.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, aside from my parents and my sister, my editor.
Exclusive.
Yeah, y'all got the exclusive deal here.
Thanks for allowing us to see it.
I'm glad you like it. I'm glad y'all weren't like, this sucks.
No, I mean, genuinely, I don't think it does. It's really cool.
Bet, thank you. That's exciting.
Coming off of this,
Mhm.
since you did it all, do you feel like a whole bunch of momentum? Because I mean, like, it's a fucking big deal.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel momentum, like for what? Like for creativity? Like,
It's like you can do whatever the fuck you want.
no, I can't. What are you talking about? You're acting like I had like some kind
I
of
feel like
big...
that for you.
Okay.
Like, dude, not everybody fucking does that shit.
Okay.
You know?
I don't know, man.
Trying to inspire the youth, my friend.
I just showed it to y'all for the first time. I'm seeing that y'all like it. I'm gonna show it to some people tomorrow, see how they like it. Who knows? Maybe I get a big head and decide to take on the world. But at this point, I'm just
Maybe
like,
it'll work. Maybe that's what you needed.
Are you happy with it? Are you satisfied
I'm happy with
it?
I'm satisfied with it. I'm excited to show everybody. I think it's something they'll be proud of.
Yeah. And maybe your emotions will be different, you know, after like your 2 premieres, you know, like getting more feedback and just kind of seeing more reaction to it. Cause this is your baby.
Yeah.
You know what
People
I mean?
say that a lot.
Yeah, no, but like take pride in it. And like if people compliment it and relish it, like don't shoot that shit down, you know, relish in it, you know, be like, thank you so much. I worked so hard for it. Thank you. You know, like, yeah, even if it's just a local film, I mean, you can make it as small as you want to make it, but also look at how much time and effort you spent on it, you know? Like,
that's 2 years.
Be about that shit, you know? Be proud of it.
Yeah. I'm definitely proud of it. Yeah. I just want somebody to give me a lot of money. Just be like, hey, like, here's 100,000, make a feature film. Then I'll be like, now I can do whatever I want. But it's exciting to see people like it. And yeah, you're right.
I'm super excited for you.
Thank you.
And just to be able to have an idea and then fucking act on it and create it. And put it out there.
Hey, man, I had a lot of help.
People can do that.
I didn't do it all. It felt like I was doing it all at some points, but but a lot of help.
Did that light just get brighter?
Sometimes it happens.
Oh, God.
In this house.
Oh, so your house is haunted.
No, speaking of film, have you seen the preview to Skinamarink?
Can we watch it? Let's watch it. Let's watch it.
I don't know.
Don't have to show it again.
Fucking go.
Skinamarink?
Skinamarink.
When I tell you I got terrified.
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
Okay, I don't need to sleep tonight.
Fucking like a minute.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Turn it down a little bit, man. I'm scared.
This is like the second podcast I've like put this on.
Don't full screen it and turn the fucking screen record back on, please.
Do we need to have the screen record on?
Yeah, I want to show it on here.
But you're gonna show it on Lords.
Show it on too. Well, while this loads,
15 minutes was.
Are you a fan of horror films?
Yeah, I haven't seen that many. I like to be thrilled. You know, I like to be thrilled.
What scares you? I tell you, because this is about being scared of the dark.
Shit.
Because this is about being scared of the dark, and I still kind of am.
Okay.
Fucking God.
I can't say I'm scared of the dark. No.
Do you have any fears?
Come on. Demons, bro. I'm scared of demons.
Those are real, so. You know.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
And
Damn it.
and failure.
Wow.
I think we're all scared of failure in this room.
Right.
Sure. Wow.
That's because we got new Wi-Fi today. What the fuck?
You got new internet today?
Yeah, what the hell? It ain't worth the damn.
Did you get that Vexus or whatever?
Nah, Suddenlink got bought out, so they gave us a new.
Uh-oh.
Whoever the fucking company was. You guys suck.
I don't have Suddenlink anymore then?
It's a new company. I don't know what the fuck they're called. Well, before we fucking play this when it loads, what is like one of the biggest things you learned about yourself doing this?
I am more impatient than I thought I was. And not necessarily like with people. I don't mean like I'm gonna snap at you if you don't do things. I mean like if something is gonna take like a few months to take, like I can be like anxious about it. Be like, why aren't things happening faster? And I thought I had a pretty good handle on that, but I learned like I just found myself being like impatient about things. Not in a major way, but
Either you're pretty good at it or you just don't seem like you get angry. Do you get angry? Do you lash out?
yes, I
You
get angry.
lash out on,
I don't
like,
lash
your
out
girlfriend
though.
or something?
No, I'll be honest. I used to be that kind of guy. I think the negative consequences of that was just enough to teach me to be better. Yeah, but I used to be the kind of guy to be like, if I feel a way, I should lash out and let my emotions run things. And
Yeah, that's why I don't think I could do what y'all do. I'd be fucking a dick.
I want to be on that set.
I'm too much of a control
I'd
freak.
get my phone out, record, be like, he's having a meltdown. Look at him.
There'd be a lot of that. There'd be a lot of that. Yeah, you know, I am zero control of my emotions, which I'm trying to work on, by the way, people. If anybody was wondering.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had a lot of people tell me that. They'll be like, you look like you don't get angry. And that makes me angry in a way. It's like, I do get angry. Like, don't do things to piss me off just because you think I won't get angry. Like, I do get
That's
angry.
why I also added that. Well, do you control it good? Because you probably.
I just keep things in perspective.
pretty smooth. You seem like a calm dude.
I have my moments. I think I'm really awkward too. So,
Cigarettes help, don't they?
yeah, but they're bad for you. So,
Whatever.
I'm quitting this
Everything's
year.
fucking bad for you.
yeah.
Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Smoke when you're 21.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about that one. Damn it, dude! I want this fucking thing to fucking load.
It's okay. It's
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
What about this guy? He have an anger problem?
No, I asked him that too. I actually tried
Try
to
to
get
crack
him
him?
mad. Yeah, I tried to get him mad.
Go home and rage?
He don't even get drunk. He drinks with us and he don't
Really?
even get drunk.
You don't get drunk? Oh, but you drink. You just don't get drunk.
Oh, we drink a lot.
We
He's like passed out. And
We
I'm
drank
like,
a lot
I'm
last
like, I
night.
could go more.
we drink a shit ton.
So why do you think you're that way? It just because like for me, like I used to get angry. I used to not that I don't get angry, but I used to like act out on it more.
That's what it is.
I don't know. It's just the way I am. The people I've dealt with, I just learned how to not necessarily deal with it. Cause like, I guess for my past experiences, you know, I've been through the worst. So anything out here, like I can't, you know,
So what?
Because with my family, I've dealt with some hard asses. So no one else scares me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how it is for me. But I don't know. I'm able to really stop and think about, you know, what it is I'm doing. I do also do like yoga and all that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm able to.
There's levels to this end.
Yeah. So I don't know.
The drugs,
Nah.
psychedelics.
Well, because I mean, hell, I
That
was.
suitcase of drugs you were showing me earlier.
That's a secret, man.
But hell, I mean, like when it comes to that, like I didn't smoke till I was 23. So that could be another reason why too. I didn't drink till I was 21 too. So
Not me.
And you feel like you show your anger a lot more.
I just haven't. I'm a little better now, but I had zero control of my emotions for a long time,
Some people are just like
and it wasn't even just anger; it's every goddamn thing. But
just everything. You watched
But
a
I-
sad movie.
but I
cried.
fl-
You
I
said
f-
you cried in Wakanda Forever.
I was about to tell you this. Hold on, I was about to tell you this. I flipped the switch. Now I'm like, I'm gonna feel how I feel and allow myself to. I fucking cried.
That's respectable.
I was telling Jen, I cried during Hocus Pocus too. Dude, that shit made me fucking sad as fuck. You know,
See,
it's just like
You're getting old.
I'm an old man in this body, man.
I say that I'm probably older than you. How old are you?
I'm 26. I'm
29.
So
So we're getting old.
Jen's 32.
Fuck you.
Sorry,
Bradley's
no
30.
disrespect.
28.
Sorry.
She's
Okay. I thought he was getting me in trouble over here.
it's a running joke here.
There's like no more internet now.
It's not fun.
Every
It's-
page I go to
It's
now.
fucking too late now.
Wow.
I'm pissed.
The thrill is gone.
Just play the little part where he's like in this house.
You play it.
My phone's about to die.
Oh
But no,
my god.
I did the opposite. I mean, I flipped the switch and I was like, I'm gonna allow myself to feel every goddamn thing I feel, and I'm in a little crybaby now. But with the anger, I don't really get angry either. I just, I kind of that was a bad thing actually. I internalized everything and just like I'd get drunk and let it out. But
I think back in the day.
Sorry. Y'all are about to get
Well,
beat.
no, I'm gonna watch this in this house. Is this an old movie?
no, the ghost is gonna come back. While you're watching this, I'm gonna pee.
What's with the Barbie?
In this house.
The internet fucked off.
You said fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's get him a ring.
Yeah. Okay. So this film had a budget of $15,000.
Okay.
And I guess it's been out for a few months to a year. I don't know. It's been kind of getting like a snowball of buzz on TikTok and shit. But it hasn't. It's like not available to stream or anything because it hasn't been picked up by a distribution company yet
Interesting.
until recently. And so they're finally going to like give it a theatrical release next month.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's like super super low budget and
Seems
supposed to
really
be-
creepy.
yeah, it's supposed to be like very like art house terrifying, I guess. So, all the reviews that I have listened to that are spoiler free are like this is definitely like an art house film, but it's fucking terrifying. And
Yeah. I can imagine like 2 hours of that being like
yeah,
really messing with your head.
yeah. The premise of the film is like these two kids wake up in the middle of the night and they find that their father has disappeared and that something took the doors and the windows of the house away.
So weird.
So all they have left is the light of the TV, and there's something in the house.
Did they not leave the house? Is that not the first 5 minutes of the film? Is it just like booking it out of there?
No, because something took the windows and doors away.
What do you mean?
Like the windows and doors are gone.
But they can't. So it's walls?
So they wake up in the middle of the night with their TV on. Dad's gone. All their windows and doors to exit the house are gone.
So they're replaced with like walls.
Yeah, it's just gone.
That's creepy.
Yeah, and so the only light they have is the TV that's on in the middle of the night, and there's something trying to lure them into the darkness.
Dang. That's like the perfect like
Yeah, and these are
thing
little
to, like,
children, so it's like apparently these kids really, the plot really follows what a child might realistically follow, like
how
what
I
they
felt.
might do.
Took me back to being
So
a child.
yeah,
Yeah, it reminds me of like getting up in the middle of the night to go downstairs to like get something out of the fridge.
yeah.
It's like that exact vibe.
Well, let's you already drink, so I don't feel bad offering you another one. But let's drink to your movie, man.
Thank you,
I wanna-
man.
Cheers to your
Appreciate you.
To all those 2 years, dude. That's fucking cool.
2 years.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited for you.
Thank you, man.
I'm proud of you doing that shit, dude.
Thank you, bro.
I hope people get inspired and
Yeah, me too.
maybe they're like, I wanted to do something, and now they're like, I can do it. So I'm trying to.
Yeah, no, for sure. I've had that in mind too. Definitely want to inspire people. It's I think I'm still processing it, honestly.
I think so.
Yeah, because the whole thing has just been like little by little by little, and now it's just like at the end, it's like, well, that was the final brick, and now I see like the whole picture. It's just like I don't know what to think of it yet.
What's your favorite scene in this?
Scene in the film?
What was your favorite thing to shoot?
Favorite thing to shoot was I have a few answers for that, but that day that we shot was really fun. The really hectic, crazy, stressful day with the horse and everything was also probably my favorite day to shoot, just because I got to do so much stuff I never really thought I would be doing, and haven't had experiences like that before. I really like shooting the ghost scene where he's like laying in bed and he's like at the foot of his bed. That was really fun because I didn't know how that was going to come out. And then we had like the smoke machine going. The guy was all painted blue. The acting was going good. I'm like, this is cool. We're not out in the sun. We're indoors, one room, telling a story. It was fun. And that's when Riley showed up too.
Shout out to Riley Boy.
Shout out to Riley. Man's poster.
Fucking fucker. Is that episode out? Oh, yeah, it is out on the one with him. Yeah, we got him.
I started watching it. I got to finish it.
You're not going to be here. When are you going back home?
I'm going on Tuesday. You're going to ask if I was going to be here for the hectic party.
That's exactly
I
what I was
would love
saying.
to be here, but I will not be, unfortunately.
Where do you live at?
Florida.
Yeah, where in Florida?
Palm Bay, Florida, which is next to Melbourne. It's between Orlando and Miami.
Are there gators?
There be gators. Yeah, there be gators. I've seen them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was at my aunt's neighborhood and we were just like out walking and there's a freaking gator just hanging out. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go this way.
You got family out there?
Yeah, a lot of family. Well, my parents been out there a couple of years. My granddad, my aunt, cousins. Because my family's from Puerto Rico, so it's just like right there.
I was just about to ask you, what is your
Puerto Rican?
Is that what it is? Ethnicity?
Ethnicity, heritage.
Are you from there?
I was born in Michigan. My family moved to the United States like literally like 1 or 2 years before I was born. So like my older sisters were born in Puerto Rico. I was born in Michigan. And then a year or two later, we moved to Houston. So I'm from Houston. But I grew up going to Puerto Rico like once a year.
Habla español?
Hablo español, sí. Do you?
I'm learning it.
Learning it?
Yeah.
Learn it.
I'm trying to
good.
build the confidence to speak it.
That's good. Just learn the words and then speak it fast.
It sounds fast every time I hear somebody fucking speaking it.
Y'all speak Spanish? A little bit? Un poquito?
Entiendo, pero no hablo muy bien.
Hey, I hear you.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice
cool.
over there in Puerto Rico.
It's very nice. I would recommend checking it out.
We're
Yeah.
at San Juan Batista.
San Juan is nice. My family's from Carolina. Don't know too many names of too many parts, but that's where we go. So.
Are there monkeys over there? I'm just asking random ass questions now. I thought there were monkeys on the island, dude. I don't know.
Oh, that's my favorite question. No.
there was.
Unless they have a zoo or something.
There's no other way to know unless you ask fucking questions, people. Jesus.
That's true. No, that's true.
It's a fucking exotic land, too.
But
I
no,
want to go to Florida.
Florida? You
I really
been before?
No, I want to go.
You should go.
I feel like I'd be pretty.
A lot of palm
Pretty,
trees, a lot of beaches.
A lot of rednecks.
Yeah. You know, when I went out there, I was like, this isn't that different from Texas.
That's
Like,
why I think I would be
gives me
good over there.
Texas
I think you would be
vibes.
too.
Like I feel like it's just as off the wall.
I need
as
to be in a
Texas
place
is.
where there's seasons.
yeah,
I can't be just in one hot place or one cold.
that's the thing.
But
Yeah,
I think those people would vibe with me very well.
of course.
I like those crazy.
And
motherfuckers.
there's a little more variety than Lubbock, especially.
Look, man, you know I'm all American.
I know
I feel
you're
like they're all American over there.
they're all American.
That'd be
All right.
fucking awesome.
But
Ew.
we definitely got.
I'm just
We're
saying.
gonna see you on a TLC reality show. Like
I'm gonna fucking disappear over there. I'm gonna move there and just never see me again.
You might. I don't know. It's nice over there, but they have a lot of people from different cultures. They got people from Jamaica, Colombia, South America, like everywhere. Here in Texas, a majority of the time when I'm talking to like somebody who's Hispanic, it's usually from somebody from Mexico, right? But over there, it's like everywhere, which is kind of cool. You get more food, different foods. Yeah,
A lot of Cubans.
a lot of Cubans, Puerto Ricans.
What's the Puerto Rican food like?
It's real good.
What do y'all eat plantains?
Love plantains. Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Plantains, yeah.
This Cuban lady she used to do Llano Cubano. I don't know if she does anymore. She still do it? Well, she brought us some, and they were pretty good.
How'd you cook them?
It was like sweet. It was fried,
Like amarillos?
like caramelized.
Yeah, they're like caramelized and like
Caramel-
Yeah,
fried.
maduros. Yeah, I know.
And
I know.
it was
what
like
that
a
is.
meat fritter. That was pretty fucking good too.
Oh wait, so she had it like wrapped up with the beef in there?
Well, she brought us a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the plantains, and then there was these meat fritters. So like,
Do you know what pasteles are? Or paten? That's the only thing I would say maybe don't try. I love it, but a lot of people, because it's like a weird texture. It's kind of like I don't want to butcher it, but you should try it. Patens. They're it's kind of like an enchilada, but it's made with different stuff. I'm glad you got to try some plantains though. That's cool.
they're pretty good.
Yeah. You had arroz con dulce?
I don't really. I mean, Mexicans do that stuff. I don't really like it.
Don't like it?
Nah, not much. Do you like that shit?
Yes.
I know.
Do you not like sweet stuff a lot?
I don't prefer it.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
I just like meat. You know.
Okay. All American meat.
Dude, you know what? Gator's pretty good. I'll
Really?
say that. I like it.
There's this burger joint where they had gator for an appetizer. I didn't order it, but I wanted to. I was like, I'm gonna try this. What's it like?
It's
Chicken.
have you ever had rattlesnake?
No.
Tastes like chicken.
It has a fucking chicken.
What's gator like? Oh, it's just like rattlesnake.
I don't want to say it tastes like chicken, but it tastes like
It
chicken.
does have
Okay.
a chicken taste, but it has like a texture of, I would say, almost like scallops or like
Yeah, it's
fish.
chewy.
Interesting. Okay. I messes with some scallops.
Don't
Like,
get me
on to mess
like
with
if you can
scallops.
almost think of that texture, but like a little tougher to chew through.
Okay.
Look, I'm
but
all
it
for
tastes like chicken.
conservation
Yes.
and respect of the animals. Don't get mad at me, people. But there's some like Cajun people I follow on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
that will cook a whole fucking gator.
Yeah.
That looks fucking good. Like I also want some gator boots.
You want some gator boots?
I do. I
That's
want
the sign
tail.
of a successful man, isn't it?
I want the-
gator boots.
They're pretty cool to me,
That's cool.
but they're
You should get
expensive
some.
as fuck.
Oh my God.
So, I'm just
Yeah.
do the Puerto Rican culture. You guys into Santeria?
What is Santeria?
It's like a
Witchcraft?
It's like a it's a
Oh,
it's,
witchcraft.
no it's like
Santeria?
it's a mix of like the African culture came and mixed it with Catholicism, and it is a lot.
You know what?
Into
I
that.
might not be the best person to ask. I'm gonna say no.
Well, I know the Cubans were, so that's what I mean.
Cubans were?
It's right
Maybe
there.
I was just like sheltered from that, but I haven't really heard of that. I'm loving these questions.
I want to
though.
know. I fucking
It
know.
was like asking us, "Are y'all Satanists?"
Yeah, like, I was like, it's alright.
I'll answer you. I'm not. I'm here for the questions. Yeah,
You never know. Again, unless you ask.
exactly. Were you, were you suspicious I might be? Am I giving off
Well, I
Santeria
wanted-
vibes?
no. I just wanted to know about it if you were into it.
Okay. Nah, not me. I'm not that guy.
Any like folklore that you learned growing up that scared the shit out of you?
Learn about just the chupacabra. Y'all have that, right? Okay. I'm not
Y'all
sure.
have La Llorona too.
Not really.
Okay, I feel like
I know what it is.
I feel like every Spanish-speaking country has a version of that.
Maybe they do. I'm a pretty Americanized Puerto Rican. Like I would visit like during Christmas for a couple weeks, but can't say I know all the stuff. But I know chupacabra for sure. Scared the shit out of me.
Might be real. You never know.
I've seen pictures, man. I think it's real.
You're talking about demons, don't that like the Native American lore? That shit's fucking spooky, dude.
Oh my God, let me tell you what I stumbled on accidentally.
Oh, here we
Uh-oh.
go.
Dog man TikTok.
Dog man.
Dog man.
I've heard of it.
Okay, I'm scared.
Kinda.
I'm sufficiently scared.
Yeah, and you know what? TikTok could just be, it's fake, Jen. It's fake. But, yeah, I stumbled onto a video of this person taking a video of their yard outside, and there was like something like gray with like glowing eyes outside, and it was kind of like shaking. And somebody like stitched that video, and they grew up like in like the Appalachian Mountains, and they were like, "Oh no, like you're not supposed to see those
I was
things."
gonna bring that up, man. Those Appalachian people, they
Appalachian people fucking
What's
terrify
going on with
me.
the
Appalachians?
mountain
I respect
people.
them
It's
'cause
probably like the
scary.
pretty wild place. So
They
there's,
literally are like the mountain people.
there's a lot of things
What do they
going
do?
on. I don't know, man. They probably know
No,
what
it's
the
just, like,
fuck's
they-
going
like,
on.
They just grew up, you know, like they lived on the land, and like they just grew up out there. But because of where they grew up, they truly believe in like certain folklore is like, oh no, like that's truth, that's fact.
Yeah.
So you just respect certain things, and so they do like they just have different. I don't want to say like rituals, but they just kind of do like ritualistic things, like leaving brooms in a certain direction in certain corners of the house and salting the outside and shit like that. And like you like, because I guess like things are common out there.
Yeah, once people started playing with the brooms, the fucking pandemic happened. You remember that?
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Don't play.
That shit? That's
do
real
remember
shit.
Brooms have been real quiet ever since then.
No, respectfully, I asked this question. Your family in Puerto Rico, is it pretty modernized where they live?
Yeah. No.
Is there areas where you can go where it's like fucking just wild
I
jungle?
mean, there's more. There's urban areas and there's more
Urban
rural
is the word.
areas.
God, I should have said that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But like my grandparents used to live in a very rural place.
I imagine it's spooky over there.
It is though,
Exactly.
especially when you're a little kid at night and they have the coquis going all night.
And there's fucking snakes and all that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Dude,
Lizards.
you gotta go out there.
Honestly, so my client.
Y'all like
Iguanas?
scary stuff. Y'all are funny.
We do.
Yeah.
Iguanas, yeah.
We
I
like
do,
getting scared.
yeah. One of my clients, she's from Guam, and she's going home for the holidays, like this week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her, I was like, "What's like the weather like?" And she showed me a video of like this time last year when she was home, and like her yard is like literally fence, and then everything beyond the fence was like dead ass jungle.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yes."
That's kind of how my granddad's place was.
Yeah, and like it was literally like normal backyard and then just fence and then just jungle, like huge giant trees. And she's like, "Yeah, sometimes our dog gets out, so I have to go get the dog from there." And sometimes it's scary because it's just
What do y'all think of
pitch black.
aliens?
I hope they're real.
You hope they're real?
I do.
Why do you hope they're real?
It'd be pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. It'd be kind of sad
Yeah.
if they weren't, right?
Yeah, their whole expression, like, if we're the only things in this universe, that's fucking terrifying. But if there's aliens, that's fucking terrifying. You know? So I mean,
Yeah.
they're they're
pronounce
probably
Okay.
they're probably watching us and laughing at us,
Probably.
making sure we don't fire off nukes at each other.
Do you believe
Speaking
in
of which,
aliens?
let me tell a story. Can I tell
Yeah.
a story real quick?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac freak. So I heard
That's where you think you're sick?
hold on. I heard that there was going to be some nukes firing off today, so I've been all fucking on edge today.
Okay.
Jesus, man, it's been spooking me out. Didn't happen. Maybe it happens when we drop this. Who knows? But so I'm laying there, dude. I'm fucking laying there on my couch after work, and I'm like, hey, I fucking feel the ground shake, like my couch shaked, and like, I was
Today?
like, yeah, I'm like, what in the fuck is this happening? Like, is this fucking nukes going on right now? And I was like, no. See, when I get freaked out, I'm like, I'm just gonna go to sleep. So I went to sleep.
Smart.
So I woke up a little late, and I was like looking through Facebook, and everybody was saying there's a fucking earthquake. Did you feel it today? Like there was a fucking earthquake today.
I did not feel that.
I felt that motherfucker today, man. That was kind of.
What time was it?
It was about 4:00,
Nah.
4:30 around
was-
that area.
I was watching Harry Potter with Riley.
Which one?
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Love that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I was like, what the fuck was that? I was so spooked. I didn't even tell nobody. I was like, Bella was laying there.
You didn't tell her you were scared of the nukes?
Oh no, I don't let that information out to nobody because of the source. The source is stupid, but I was
Yeah.
like, man, for a split second, I was like, dude, this is it.
I used to
This is how I'm
have
gonna go.
dreams when Trump was president. I don't want to get too political, but I had dreams that like he would like set off some nukes and start some shit. Had a lot of dreams where it was like the highways were like just back to back bumper like traffic, and that like me and my family are like getting out of cars trying to like, I don't know why, just stress dreams about Trump and nukes.
I've had a handful of nuke dreams.
I have too.
But did y'all hear about Christopher Nolan's new film?
Yes,
Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
But
He set off like something like that, right?
supposedly he replicated a nuclear. I don't know. They don't say if they use actual, but if they were filming from a distance, I don't know what that looks
That
like.
man's crazy.
But
I wonder if there's a way to work around that where you could do it.
Set off a real nuke.
That would be really
for
cool.
a film.
That'd be really fucking cool.
That's gonna be the movie you direct. And I don't know if I want to be in that movie.
There's compromised areas where they already did it. What harm is it to set off one?
I mean, the government funds Hollywood, right?
Just saying.
That's wild.
But
That'd probably be the biggest stunt of all time. I would hope so.
that movie looks great, by the way.
And that somebody's gonna come out with 2 nukes in a movie. Top it.
What's wild is I've gone through rabbit holes about like the history of like nuclear bombs. Apparently, like during the Manhattan Project, when they first did the first tests, the camera people, of course, like they were behind protection, but
They're just looking at it.
But they didn't know what they were doing. They just sent them out there with cameras under like this shield that would protect them from the radiation, and they all described it as they were just sitting there. It was nighttime. And the next thing you know, it's daytime, and it's just a big old huge explosion.
So scary.
Have you seen those videos where the military trains, like they'll fire one off and then they'll have like dudes in bunkers and then they'll just get up, like run towards the nuke to like practice and simulate? Like they were running towards that shit.
Shout out to the troops.
Crazy how
The hydrogen bomb. That's what's scary.
maybe the aliens will save us from this shit.
I hope none of that ever happens. You know?
Yeah. Same, dude. What the fuck? That was crazy.
I might be alone in that, but I hope they never.
I don't know. It'd be pretty spooky. that whole like history with the bomb, the nuclear bomb, the Manhattan Project is pretty interesting.
So
Like, all the workarounds.
have y'all seen Doctor Strangelove, Stanley Kubrick
Yeah,
film?
yeah.
So at the end of the film, it shows footage of all these nukes going off. That was the first time like the world had ever seen footage. Like that was the first time it was released to the world.
Actual nukes?
Yeah.
Oh,
They were all like testing like from Russia and the US.
Dang.
Yep.
It's a pretty interesting history. Like I learned about that when we transported the materials to get to Japan to detonate the bomb.
Yeah.
Little boy or whatever one. The fucking ship sank.
Really?
And all the fucking horrors that came from the fucking ship
Oh my
that sank.
gosh.
Like the people had to like
Godzilla.
they were like not even that. Like the sharks would eating people. You had to worry about the Japanese killing you. It was like these motherfuckers were eating each other.
Sometimes I'll think about how I was born at like the right place, the right place, right time.
Exactly.
There's so many things like it throughout human history that we've avoided by.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh
Y'all
my
think
God.
the pandemic was planned?
I think everything's planned.
Scandemic?
Okay, I'll go with that. Scandemic.
Everything happens for a reason, right?
I definitely think that COVID-19 was made in a lab. I don't think it was planned, but
Just wondering.
seems fucking. We never really talked about that.
Really? Oh, we got to talk about it.
No, it's a lot of things.
Too soon? Too soon?
A lot of spooky things behind all that shit.
Y'all been hearing about the
Do y'all think
germs that
Britney
they're
Spears is alive?
What the
What?
fuck is?
Was she? Is
Let's
she?
get into that, y'all.
Was she
Jesus
supposed to be?
Christ.
Jesus, maybe she needs somebody watching over her
You think
money.
it's like a body double pretending to be?
Okay,
like
y'all,
Avril Lavigne?
No, like, there has not been new footage of Britney Spears, and everything that is being posted is shit from like years ago. And like her husband, I don't know. It's like even her wedding photos look very.
So all these like dudes she takes are old. These weird pictures she be posting.
but she hasn't like. Go
But
to
do
her,
you follow her on? Well, we can't get.
Yeah.
No,
But do you follow her on Instagram?
No.
It's just like weird photos. It's either her like posting nudes where she's like covering her breasts, and then
Yeah.
it's her just dancing in her living room. That's all it is.
It's that, and then like her husband that she married after she was like no longer under that.
The thing that was helping her,
I don't know.
the conservatorship.
Yeah. Well, they're essentially thinking like the conservatorship never technically ended.
That's an interesting.
Well, I've
that's
heard
an interesting
Very,
one.
very interesting. I never
Like her
heard
husband
of
is
that.
making posts of him like kissing and hugging her, but she's not showing her face in the
weird
videos.
behavior.
And the blonde in these videos has like a very different build than Britney, and she's even missing certain tattoos that Britney has.
This is why you need to get off TikTok.
Her
Well,
husband
like,
has professional
this is-
photos
they're-
from his wedding with her Britney Spears, and Britney Spears has these Android ass photos.
Well, she's crazy. You know a guy like that.
Well,
I
there's-
don't even have to say his name. He's
there-
on the Android shit.
This has been going on for years though, but there's always been like talks that the Bush administration was using Britney Spears to have her, because this is when she was shaving her head, when she was fucking up a lot. People have always said that the administration was using her to fuck up on purpose, so it would take so the media would focus on her and not focus on the Bush
The
administration.
Iraq War and all that.
But there's like a weird interview with Britney Spears where she's talking all these like great things about George Bush, but it just seems like she's like, yeah, like George Bush is like a really good president. I think we should like trust in the president. Like it seems fake, but they've been saying shit like that for years with Britney.
That's very
I don't follow any of that.
People are essentially assuming that she has either passed away and a large group of celebrities are aware of her being dead, or that she is hospitalized or
So
institutionalized.
my question is, who benefits from her appearing to be alive if she's not?
I don't
Her
know.
husband?
Yeah, and whoever is in control of her conservatorship.
Well, they would make more money
And
if
also
she
they are-
is
it
dead,
is so-
to be honest.
it is.
I hear you.
It's so
Yeah.
public that like they have control over her. Like, I mean, what would I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
it's
when
been, like, it's
when
been,
the
like, such
artist
scandal.
I'm gonna throw.
I was gonna say each artist that signs a deal with a record company, they all have a death clause. That's why they end up becoming way richer than what they were when they were alive.
Yeah.
Because it's technically these artists are insurance policies to these record companies.
Yeah, no disrespect out there to y'all people, but she's a pretty damn good example of why you need a conservatorship. She's fucking crazy, man. I don't know. She
Well,
Yes.
but if you become famous with the Mickey Mouse Club, at that young of an age, and that's all you know, I mean,
oh, dude,
can you really blame her for?
I heard a conspiracy theory about like why none of them have parents. Like this is all like a factory of just making
Oh,
kids
wow.
because you never
Oh,
see
dude,
you never
that's
see
so
any
weird.
of their parents.
She came from the Mickey Mouse Club.
They all fucking they made this factory of like just super famous people for
There's so many
Ryan
conspiracies out
Gosling
there.
is part of it. Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake.
Ryan Gosling.
the Gosling fella. Yeah,
yeah.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just weird.
Gosling fella.
That guy. I couldn't think of his name. Yeah, dude, it's fun to go down those rabbit holes sometimes.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like the only way for it to make sense is if all the conspiracies are true. Then they just all connect and it makes total sense.
Yeah, like the pandemic being a planned thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Pretty
yeah.
seems pretty plausible.
Makes sense.
What's one of your favorite conspiracy theories?
I mean, I sometimes wonder about 9/11.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
seems like maybe we didn't. My idea is that we probably knew something like this was going to happen, and we were just like going to let it happen.
I've heard
I don't think
You know.
I don't think we planned it,
you don't think you planned it.
but I think we definitely knew.
If I'm going down the rabbit hole, that's the one that it was all planned. I'm like, dude. That's
One of the
so
most spooky
dark.
things I ever heard was, and this is true,
Mm-hmm.
is they arrested a terrorist. They foiled his plot to do something,
Mm-hmm.
and they were flying him out of there. And he looked at the Twin Towers. He's like, "I'm gonna get that next."
What? That's crazy.
He was like, "That's next." And sure enough, this was like in '99. So
it's a
he-
bad terrorist. Just like
he was like,
calling his shots like Babe
he was
Ruth.
like, "That's next." So I mean, yeah, I think the government knows
I
a
don't
lot
know.
more.
It's crazy.
They seem to benefit off bad things that happen
Yeah.
in terrible ways, but
Yeah.
We
It's
gotta live our
a
life.
crazy world we live in.
live our life and continue to make great films.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What's next for cool heavy videos?
Me, I'm gonna be chilling, working out, watching my diet, and writing. Just enjoying the beach.
I'm not ready for this conversation to end. So what do you mean watching your diet? What are you cutting out?
I'm just gonna not eat all the food my mom makes at home. I'm really spoiled since I've been back home, and I'm just gonna like, instead of eating a lot all the time, anytime I feel like it, just eat a little bit. Nothing crazy.
What's she making you?
Puerto Rican food, man. Desserts.
Yeah.
Just good food. Yeah.
Is my food pretty good, Jen? I'm making food all the time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I like to cook. It's fun.
What do you make?
I made a chicken pita the other day. Like
Sounds
I tried
good.
to go the Mediterranean route.
That's
It
good.
ended up turning out pretty damn good.
Men should be cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see it. I think.
Am I right?
I think people should. Everybody should be cooking.
Does she cook?
No.
I cook for me.
I mean,
I'm
it's
scared that you judge my cooking.
it's just a
That's
useful.
valid.
I'm just saying it like it's a useful thing to like know,
Yeah.
regardless of who you
I know how
are.
to cook.
you know?
Okay.
But I don't cook a lot of Mexican food. I'll be honest. I don't. I'm scared to cook that
You don't
shit.
have to. So are you were you born in Mexico?
No.
No. So you're pretty Americanized? All American?
Come on. I'm pretty Texan. I don't even. You know,
Okay.
I'm pretty. I think it's like 4 generations back before you get to Mexico for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, you know what we can talk about?
Yeah.
Jennifer is related to a serial killer.
Wow. Very cool.
God,
This is a
you
very,
were
Which
just
one?
assuming that.
This is. Yeah, I am.
Okay,
So
is our internet still not working?
can I give off a fact? I looked this up. The last name Aliman is it's a 1 in 2,000 people in Mexico have the last name. So it's a Mexican last name. And the fella that was
So,
this fella.
okay, let me tell you how I got here. Let me paint you the picture.
Okay.
I'm on Pluto TV. It's a very useful app. I really like it. It's essentially free cable. And there's one channel on Pluto TV. It's just true crime. And that's just what I listen to. Sometimes I just watch it.
Why do girls
A
love
lot of
true
girls.
crime?
I didn't want to say
I
that.
don't
but
know,
they do.
man.
My 13-year-old
I'm
sister
not,
loves
I'm
that
not
shit.
knocking it, but it's one of those things where it's like girls just love that.
It's white noise to me.
Okay.
I don't know. And it's awful to say it that way, but like I will just listen to it and just go about my little tasks.
Does it make you feel safe? Like
No, I don't know.
And it's real shit.
It's a
too.
story.
It's weird.
It just keeps me focused. I'm listening.
My thinking would be that it would make you feel safe because it's like, man, like all these terrible things happen to all these people, but I'm here and I'm cozy and I'm safe.
I guess.
I'm
yeah.
just trying to like think
Yeah.
into the inner workings here.
It's just habit. If it's not on a true crime thing, it is on a horror movie, and he hates that because I used to just go to sleep to horror films.
I can't do it.
You
Yeah.
get scared more watching movies?
I put on The Office, man. I can't fucking
Yeah.
sleep to that shit.
Yeah. No, I'm more like you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to this thing and I hear Harry Alaman was I just hear the name Alaman and I start paying attention, and Harry the Hook Alaman
Oh.
was a hitman for the Chicago mob, and yeah, he was a family man and he was a cold-blooded killer.
Oh my gosh.
So through some pretty good investigation on my part.
Yes.
His mom's Italian, so that's probably why he was in the mob. But his dad was
Yeah.
from Durango, Mexico.
Okay.
Aliman. How many times you hear that fucking last name?
Roy has
Garcia Perez. Like that's fucking common as fuck.
Yeah.
Aliman.
Alaman.
Aleman means German in Spanish,
Yeah.
It does.
which
Yes.
is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she very well could be related to a man who was very bad.
Well,
It's pretty cool though, because she likes all that stuff. So
it's not really cool.
it fits that you.
Did you watch the Dahmer show?
I couldn't
God,
do it.
that show.
I didn't even try.
It
I
was a
just-
little too heavy for me.
Yeah.
It really fucked me up.
Really.
I had to stop watching it.
I didn't even try it because I know I don't like that stuff. So like,
I mean, I do like true crime in the sense of just like listening to like just the case and the story and just backgrounds and stuff like that. But I really don't want to build that much empathy.
That's
see,
what
I haven't seen it, but from the
But
trailers.
I also just don't want to watch things filmed like that. I don't know, man.
That's why I had to stop watching because I was like,
yeah.
oh, he's a troubled kid. Like I started to rationalize.
Feel bad for him.
Yes. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, no, that doesn't give you the right to eat people. You know.
So he eats people. Like I don't know anything about Jeffrey Dahmer other
He-
than
Eat your heart
he-
out.
he had some
he
drug
fed-
glasses and he killed people.
Well, they did a good job of you as a child you connect things. Like he was interested in the fish that he was cutting up, and he was very happy to cut fish with his dad, and then that kind of turned into him fetishizing the internal organs of human beings. And then
Okay.
he was his parents didn't care about him. He was gay in this time,
Really?
in the 60s, and
Mhm.
all these things. And you're like, damn, I understand. And then you're like, no, wait, he's a fucking killer. God damn it.
He killed a lot of men.
And brutally killed him, you know,
Yeah.
and he knew what he was doing. So it's like, no, he was a
Yeah.
very bad person.
Towards the end of his, like, essentially, he became fixated on creating like the perfect slave, the perfect zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he would lure these men into his apartment, drug them, drill a hole in their head, fill it with some type of liquid, sometimes hot water, sometimes acids or whatever,
Mhm.
to make them obedient, but he would always kill them.
Well, yeah.
And then he would eat them, dismember, just awful, awful things.
Yeah.
He's a very awful human being.
Yes. Yeah, he literally was. And so, I don't know, man.
That's wild.
That's an interesting.
Yeah, it was just a little too dark. I watched one full episode with him, and I was like, man, this is a little too heavy for me. And then he maybe got like 2 or 3 episodes past me.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it was that. I was like, man, I'm starting to sympathize with this guy.
Yeah, no,
I cannot do that.
I can sit through a lot of shit, like
Yeah.
obviously.
You know,
it was something about it. I just couldn't
It is
do it.
weird is she likes all that stuff, and I don't. But I can watch people die. I've seen a lot of people on videos die.
Oh, really?
Oh, see,
And I can
don't
just
do that.
I can look at it and like nothing, and then she's like, no, don't show me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, death is such like a obviously it's such a personal thing, and it's just like, why would I want to watch a final moment, even if it's like a fucking beheading video for the cartel? Like, that is that person's life ending, ceasing, never again, no coming back, and it's just a video that you're gonna put on the internet for funsies.
I've seen a lot of that. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
I
That's
don't. I
crazy.
just if I can avoid that, yeah, no.
Can I tell you the
I
worst
want
thing
to
I've ever
keep
seen?
child.
Yeah, let's go.
So they
No.
they cut this guy's leg off at his knee,
Oh, God.
and he's just screaming in pain. And then they take his leg and they beat him to death with his leg.
Sure.
It was the most insane thing.
Oh, my God.
And mind you, this is a video on Twitter.
Oh,
That
my
there was
gosh.
no warning, so it's like, oh,
Seriously?
there was nothing to.
Your
fucking-
Twitter feed is
It
crazy.
was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
People send me a lot of shit, and I'm like, "What was that? Like that was wild."
Yeah, I don't.
that
I
was
don't
the
watch that
most.
stuff.
That was the most. insane.
I'll hear about it. You know, I'll be like,
Good.
you know, tell me what video you saw, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Bro, it was because my friend used to send me shit all because back then the internet wasn't as controlled as it is now.
Mhm.
So my friend would send me this shit all the time. I'm like, dude, I'm not kidding you. I was like 16,
Yeah,
and I was just like,
you're probably a little bit affected.
granted, I chose to watch the video. Okay,
Yeah,
I give you
yeah.
that. I'm 16, so I'm watching. So I'm pretty desensitized to this shit. But this was like last year, and I was like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck was that, dude? That was fucking crazy."
Dang,
That shit like affects your empathy.
Maybe that's why I'm like,
think so?
I am.
think it could. I don't know.
I'm gonna still feel bad for somebody if I see that.
I feel bad for the guy, but I also told myself maybe he was also a killer. You know, this is a cartel video. Maybe he was also a fucking murderous maniac.
I remember
I
being
don't
being a kid and seeing the Saddam Hussein hanging.
I saw that one too.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot about that one.
That kind of, I wouldn't say it messed with me, but it just made me like real aware of like world's fucked up.
Yeah,
Because I think that came out probably like 2005 maybe.
Yeah.
And I remember they were showing it like on CNN,
He's
just like
like
late
to-
at night.
You know what really fucked me up about that video was when he spoke before he got home.
I didn't see
He
it.
said
And
something.
you just see his body.
He like spoke something out.
Yeah,
I don't know what he said.
what do you say?
Something
I
about
don't
tyrants.
know.
Yeah,
But then they just
like Wu-Tang Clan forever.
something like that. So that really, because I was like 9 years old watching
Mhm.
this, forgot about this,
Wow.
and I was like, why did he say that? In my little brain, I was like, what the fuck did he say that was so important right before you fucking die?
Wow.
Dude, I've seen some crazy shit. This is like maybe my brain's fucked up from all these videos
So-
I've seen.
You've probably watched like the Pain Olympics.
Some of it.
I haven't. I mean, I'm just thinking. I remember
Can I
back.
tell you
in the day
another
when I was
video that I've seen?
Sure.
Well, no, it's not dying. It's not a dying video.
Is it about?
It's the jar in his ass.
Huh?
He sits on a jar up his ass
Fuck.
and broke, so all his blood just comes out of his ass.
This was in the Tom Segura.
yeah. It's one of those
Was I in
videos.
the bathroom?
Yeah, I don't know. If,
That's the one you walked out to.
so I've seen.
And
shit
you were
that
like,
before. So we watch. You know Tom Segura?
Yeah.
He does a live show.
Yeah.
And there's some insane shit like people fucking shitting in each other's mouths.
Blah.
Fucking
Bro, no.
anal prolapses. That's
I can't.
fucking
Roy
weird.
pays money to
Okay.
see that.
I pay $10 every time to watch that shit.
the
My hard-earned money.
the workplace accidents was the one where I was like, oh fuck.
That's so
I
sad because that's not even like psycho people doing stuff to themselves. That's
what I'm
just like
telling you, I
It's just
can't do
unfortunate.
that.
somebody's husband.
And they were obviously dead as fuck.
That one that got twisted up, yeah, that was bad.
I avoid that
I
stuff.
can only
You
laugh.
told me people don't die on it.
I don't think he died. I don't know.
Roy.
It's weird. It's weird because I can watch people die, but there was no foul play in that. It's just an accident. But she's listening to motherfuckers who are evil, doing evil to people. I don't understand
I'm
it.
listening to shit about home invasion.
That's evil. What would you do that for? You know? That's even spookier because that can happen. That's more likely to happen.
Well, then workplace accidents can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, dude. It's a weird turn of events.
I guess
on
when
this podcast,
when it does
that's
come,
podcasting for you guys right there.
Yeah.
I guess just like disturbing stuff when it comes to true crime, like disturbing videos. Like, I'm not saying I sit there and watch them and just enjoy it. I'm not saying that,
Oh, I don't enjoy it.
but it does make you in your conscience. I think it does make you aware, and I think as a human being, you have to know certain things and see certain things to.
Yeah.
Can I also tell you another fucking wild video my friend sent me?
Yeah. 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 Because I'm never
Because,
going to
like-
watch this stuff. So
Because I guess in other countries, you can these motherfuckers are just firing rounds up in the air.
Uh-huh.
So there's a compilation of people just walking and bullets flying,
Dude. And dying.
and they just fall. And you're like, what the? These
they're
fucking
dead.
these stray bullets would just land on people. That was crazy. I've seen somebody get
crazy.
stabbed. So I've seen a guy get stabbed in the leg. I guess you have an artery,
Mhm.
and the blood that
He died?
came out, the way the blood came out. So like when I watch movies, I'm like, that's not realistic
Really?
because I've seen a fucking goddamn.
It's seen the real deal.
It's like a bucket of blood coming out of your leg.
Oh my
It is
God.
insane.
That's
God, I can't believe I'm talking about this on the podcast. This shit
It's all good.
Not so much of that, but like what I'm talking about is just like the true crime, like learning
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
what certain people can do. It does make you realize what people are capable of doing.
Otherwise, we'd all be just walking around late at night and
Yeah.
parking lots, empty parking
Isn't there
lots and
something going
stuff.
on in Idaho right now? Like a fucking serial killer's loose right now.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Those
My question
kids
is,
that
why do
kill
people always get shot
those
at
college
Walmart?
kids.
Yeah, the college kids. That's a fucking horrifying story.
So, literally, like on some slasher shit,
Hmm?
these college kids were like, I think a group of friends. I
Asleep.
think was it 6 people?
Yeah,
4
they were
people?
all in a home sleep after
Yeah.
a night of partying.
Yeah, they all partied. They all crashed out,
Yeah.
and then in the middle of the night, they were like,
Stabbed to death.
yeah.
So somebody from the outside came in and
They don't know who it is. There's still somebody on
Yeah,
the loose.
But it wasn't- it was
there were
somebody
2
in the group.
survivors.
Maybe not.
maybe
Right, 2 survivors.
There's 2.
Yeah, that's
Holy
it.
cow.
Oh
man.
yeah, dude. I was listening to this. Like the dad, one of the dads was like, "We're not holding a funeral because that motherfucker's going to be at this fucking funeral."
Shit.
Yeah, he was like, "We're doing a private funeral because."
Well, because they're trying to put the pieces together, and like, I've been following this on. I follow several things on TikTok, but this one that I'm following is like one of the girls I think that survived or that was killed. She was still up, like updating her like Visco account, probably right when the murders were happening or post murder. Like essentially, like timing is not adding up. And there was like a winter formal that happened, I think the night of or the night before. So they're assuming that this had to be something that was like a crime of passion or like something premeditated.
Yeah, I listened to like the medical examining of it.
Oh, it was
and they
awful.
were saying like there was extreme signs of like struggle. Like somebody was asleep and these guys started stabbing them, and they woke up to fight back.
Yeah.
and he continued to she continued to stab these people. Like it's insane, and they're still on the loose. There's still shit going on over there. That's fucking insane.
So there's
crazy.
that happening. I think this happened in Florida.
Probably. Florida's crazy.
Okay.
Florida man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This woman was on her porch. A girl runs up to her with like a collar on her neck, and she's like in a bra and panties. And the woman takes her in. She's like a grandma. She takes her in, and this girl tells her, "I've been held hostage for a month," or how long has it been, or whatever. She tells her how long she's been gone for, and she says that all her friends are dead, and she's the only one that's like left alive. And I haven't heard anything from it, but it happened in Florida.
Wow.
So that was on the news.
Okay, so for just a split second there, I was thinking like, man, I want to keep up with the story.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I
you
can
probably
see,
I have not seen
I can
it on
see
my
how you can
algorithm.
go down that. Like, I'm not going to. But
Yeah.
I want to know what happens. Like,
And then I think the most fucked thing that it has not left my mind is, I think this is out of Ohio. This woman for decades went to her local police department telling them that her father was a serial killer. And she was like, "My dad is a serial killer. He used to have us help him hide the bodies. Like, I can tell you where the bodies are at, blah, blah, blah." But the police department would just not look into it, not research
What?
it. So yeah, for decades, they just kind of brushed her off. They finally found a body. Somebody stumbled upon a body.
Yeah.
And then more bodies. And then more bodies. And then this woman comes back to the police and she's like, "I'm telling you, my father killed those people. These women." And
dude,
yes.
imagine being the people that she was talking to.
Yes.
And realizing
And
how
so
dumb
They
and,
have
like,
found bodies. They have sent search and rescue teams, stumbled upon more bodies. Other people have found more bodies. But this man who was a supposed serial killer passed away in 2013. And this is a small town. So the police department said it is not a priority and they do not have the budget to actually dig for these bodies and look for them exactly where they are. So it is on hold until they can have budget, until they have time, which would probably be a year from now. And technically, there is no rush because he is no longer a danger.
wow. That is
So essentially,
ridiculous.
fuck the women that were murdered. We'll find them as we'll
You
find
can
them.
turn that off.
We'll get them. You know what I mean? So
Dang.
yeah, and apparently this woman said that like her and her siblings were like forced to help their dad to get rid of these bodies, bury
Imagine.
them. Like he would tell them like, "Meet me by the well," and they just knew that's what they had to do. And if she remembers correctly, it was like 80 something women.
God damn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So tons of women that are just unclaimed, unfound.
So since you're from Houston, I don't know if you've heard of this, but do you remember that Texas A&M football player that killed someone?
no.
So this story kind of like what the fuck? His name was Thomas Johnson. He was a Texas A&M football player.
Okay.
He was a 5-star, highly recruited. Went to A&M, and he ended up like quitting the team. And then he had lost his house situation,
Mm.
and so because of that, he decided he was so upset that he got a machete and went out and randomly like slaughtered this guy, this 53-year-old jogger. Like when they found him, the sword was
Dude,
like
people are insane.
was like stabbed in his head.
oh my god.
Jesus.
But
Did he die though?
I mean, he recently got convicted, but they think that maybe either something was wrong with him. There was probably some CTE going on with the football players and
that sounds like a movie. Like a
Sometimes
whole football
people
team
just
of like
snap.
like serial killers.
What
Yeah,
do
it
you
was
know
a
of the
CTE.
Houston killing fields?
Not much. I mean, like I don't look for this kind of
He's
stuff.
not
So
into
I'm getting like a crash course here. but-
Like, I
shit.
didn't know that was a thing until like 2 weeks ago.
a lot of people from Houston are saying they had never heard of that.
Yeah,
What the
I
fuck is
talked
this?
to my friend Miranda about this, and she was like, "Yeah."
What is that?
Apparently, like there, I think it's south of Houston or north of
So
Houston.
there's where a lot of found dead bodies off of I-45, like going towards Galveston.
It's just like the spot to drop bodies.
I guess it's just a very, very barren spot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's still very barren, but back in the day, because of how it was just stretch of highway and marsh and everything like that, it was a hot spot for people to dump bodies.
Crazy.
Yeah, so like I guess as
It's haunted.
development
It's gotta
happened,
be
I think
haunted.
they started finding bodies,
Yeah.
like a ton of bodies that were dumped out there.
That's wild. I
That was on
have
some
nothing.
Netflix shit.
We're just taking it all in.
The more you know,
Yeah.
the more you know.
It's all fucking spooky.
Yeah. Well, whatever. We'll live to see another day, I guess.
Drink my beer.
Yeah, I did. My bad.
Wow.
I just been having fun talking about murder and
So yeah, why do people always get shot at Walmart? I get notifications on my
that is
phone
a very
all the time.
Did you see that?
It's never
Did you
Target.
see that recent one where that manager killed? those
No,
people?
because like I get the notification on my phone and I'm just like another one.
This manager went into like to where they what's it called, the break room,
Okay.
and
Just started popping
killed
off.
like 10 people and then killed himself.
Oh my
This
gosh.
was like a few weeks ago.
Never worked at Walmart.
That was like I saw some of the video. I didn't see people die, but I saw like his postings and like other people.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's like I don't understand. Like I don't understand that people have their breaking point. I guess I don't
Yeah.
fucking know, dude. I thought that's what you were talking about. This guy like
No,
We
just
fucking
it's
killed-
just like in general throughout the past few years I've noticed that like there's always shootings at Walmart. Like if you just
it's a hot spot, man. I don't know.
Did y'all hear about the guy that got stabbed at the entrance of HEB? Like
Here?
no in Lubbock?
Yeah.
There's
like-
only one HEB.
Yeah,
so.
like it was talked about in the news, and then it was kind of hush hush. And my brother works at HEB, and he had like asked like one of his managers, and they were like, "We can't talk about it." That was it.
Well, damn.
Someone like
Fuck.
got so like the so there's the the right entrance. Someone like died like on those doors like in the early morning. Like,
When?
like before
Died?
someone got stabbed and died right there, like in that entrance.
Is this like an internal thing? Like they were beefing, or was there this guy fucking?
I don't know. They really didn't talk. Like apparently they would ask like what happened. They were like, we can't talk about it. So something going on.
I don't know. Man.
But it was like in the early morning hours. Like there was workers there, but it was closed. Like it was before probably like 5 a.m. So like someone just got stabbed. And
Fuck.
That's so early to
Yeah.
get stabbed.
so when
I feel
you're
like
walking at
getting
that,
stabbed just like a nighttime activity.
so when you go to HEB and you're walking through that right entrance, someone died right there. And that's a new building too.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How recently was that?
Probably like 2 months, 3 months
Wow.
ago, maybe.
Fresh.
Oy. Be careful, people.
Yeah, be careful. Order your groceries to your house.
Carry your gun. I don't
Carry
know.
your gun.
Jesus Christ. But we've had enough fun talking about people fucking dying, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-part podcast. The first part's your shit.
what's a good thing? What's like a good happy story?
If you want to keep going, we can.
I got pee.
But I gotta pee too.
Yeah, y'all go pay.
Let's take a break real quick
Okay.
before we.
We'll come back with some positive picture of my dog on Instagram to show you guys, and we can just talk about like cute puppies and happy stuff.
What kind of dog do you have?
It's part lab, part healer. She's a mud. She's good people though. She's about 2 years old. You guys have pets? What'd you got?
I got 4 dogs.
4 dogs. I think I saw 1 or 2 last time I was here. Or no?
Did you?
I might.
I
be
have a
lying.
beagle. What's Scout?
She's an Aussie.
An Aussie.
Awesome.
A Cherokee, my little guy. Nacho.
Okay, I hate to do this, but I wanna ask about another fucked up video thing.
Okay.
You know, on the internet when like it shows like how they cook animals in other countries.
Ah, yeah.
That's the worst. I can't. Like
What dog?
Particularly dogs. They're the worst.
I would probably rather watch something like the stuff you watch than animal cruelty.
Yeah, I don't watch those. I'll tell you that. I did not
Okay.
watch that shit.
No, I think I saw one once on accident. I was like, never again. The internet is not all for me.
Ooh, that shit makes me sad, man. I was like, oh no.
And it's normal over there.
Yeah.
Anyways, what did I have today for lunch? It was really good. I was gonna bring this up earlier.
What time did you come back? Did you fly in the time?
I flew in last night. Tikka Shack. I had Tikka Shack.
I like Tikka Shack.
It's so good. I flew in last night. There was a delay. My ears were hurting really bad. I got to where I'm staying at 2 a.m.
Did Riley take you?
No, I met up with Riley today. I'm staying at Jared and Carrie's house. They helped us. They let us film. So have I told you about how I'm like sort of related to Jordan? He's my brother. No, I'm kidding. My sister married his cousin. So that's how I know Jordan. And so I'm staying with Jordan's uncle's. Staying at Jordan's uncle's house.
Which
Jared.
Jordan are we talking about?
McCullough.
Okay.
Sorry. Jordan.
Okay. Yes. Analog Junkie.
Analog Junkie.
All right.
I might go see him tonight. Trying to.
So his uncle?
His uncle, because his cousin, his name is Gary, is my sister's husband.
Oh, okay.
So I'm staying at my sister's in-laws, which is Jordan's uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you about to do tonight?
Man, I don't know. Whatever I get into. I don't have a car, so I think I heard Jordan's girlfriend is having a party, graduation party. I would like to get into something like that, but I might just be chilling. What about y'all?
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn
Watching
thing.
Pawn Stars.
Pawn Stars.
That's
That's a good time.
It's my fucking favorite show right now, dude.
That's so cool. Y'all going to graduations tomorrow?
I don't know anymore.
No.
That's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name's doing it?
Who?
God, I'm a little buzzed. Huh? Your main star of the film,
Miles.
Yeah.
Miles and Will are both graduating.
Yes. Yeah, they are.
They're both graduating. So
What are they graduating with? Do you know?
nope. I have no idea. I know they're very smart guys.
Are you
though.
going over there to that?
I don't think I'll be able to make it.
You're
I'm
busy tomorrow. Huh?
Kind of. I'm going to be going to Nashville at 3 to test out the film, make sure it all runs good, and just kind of taking care of things on that end.
Nashville.
Nashwell.
Well.
Nashwell. Downtown. I'll give you the address right now because I want people to know. They opened up
Have you
about
been
a
there?
year ago.
It's pretty good. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Pretty cool.
Nashville Cafe, 1212 Avenue K.
There you go, people.
Be
Yeah,
there.
dude. Yeah, man, we had a bunch of. The first half of this podcast was all
It was
about
pretty focused.
all about you talking about the film, and then we just fucking went down a goddamn rabbit hole. But that's all right.
I'm fine with that.
Again, dude, I'm super proud that you're doing this. Dude, it's pretty cool.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's
it.
a really cool film.
I may not always
It's
know
a
how
cool
to take
project.
compliments, but I appreciate the
Cool
support and
project,
everything.
man.
Thank you. That's good. That would have been really sad if I made a bad movie. After all the help.
Well, now that we've been through all this, it would have been weird
Yeah.
doing this.
If I was like, hey, let's watch the movie, then you're just like,
And
whoa.
we're all like,
So
Thank
Carlos,
you.
why did you do this? Why did you do this to us?
we're all like, okay, thank you, bye.
Cool.
And what do the people search on YouTube to find it?
Just search Left 4 Dead, a Western short film, and it should pop up.
That was a very. I'm a bad host because I could just fucking put the link in the goddamn description.
You can do that too.
God damn it!
Some people are audible learners.
Wow, this whole time, how many podcasts have we done?
This is
You just
217.
Am I the first one that you're gonna put the link on?
Probably.
Oh no! Yeah, no. I usually do that, but that was just a dumb question because I could have just fucking put the
No.
fucking link in the description.
Yeah, just
God,
look
it's
up
been a
Left 4
long
Dead.
week.
Because
Jesus.
if you just put Left 4 Dead, it comes up with the zombie video game,
Yeah,
which I am not a part of. So.
you have the YouTube channel. Trying to grow that.
So it's not really.
Oh.
It's the I made a YouTube channel for the film. It's just called like Left 4 Dead is the name of the channel. So just check out check out the film. The trailer's on there too. Share it with people. And if you got a lot of money sitting around, you don't know what to do with it, give it to me. I'll make a feature film. And Bradley, we're both trying to make features.
Hell yeah, dude! I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having
Talking to
me.
us about this.
It's been fun.
Hope you continue down a path to success. The
Thank
next
you.
one, I would like to be part of, but when you're
Probably
done,
will.
we'll have you on the podcast again,
Sweet.
or whenever you're in town. Just let me know.
Okay.
We'll fucking do these things. I
For
like
sure.
it. We've had a good time.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
Y'all be safe on the internet. Not everything is good for you.
God, yeah. I mean, you can control what you see for the most part,
You're
anyways.
right. Yeah.
Don't let that algorithm get bad because it gets fucking crazy.
Apparently.
Ah, God. Anything else for the people out there, man? Any message for the youth?
For the new year, just do what you know you need to do and stay away from things you know aren't good for you anymore. Whether that's people, habits, mindsets, just do the right thing.
There you go, man. Hey, I got one more question. What's the best film of all time?
Left 4 Dead.
There you go, man. Bradley, you got anything else to say?
Stay black.
Jennifer.
Just follow my hair Instagram, Texas Chainsaw Alchemist. You can't get in before Christmas anymore, but you can get in before the New Year, maybe.
And go to the hectic party. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'll be there in spirit.
Check out Locust Magazine.
Yep. Definitely.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I'm going to be in the next issue, actually. So
Is that the new one? Or?
no, well, this is issue number 3
Oh,
they came out with already.
I think the new one's gonna drop at the party.
Yeah. So if you're interested in my story, or if you have good taste at all, get you a Locust magazine for sure.
There you go, people. One love. We'll see you guys next time.